Well, alright guys, we're back with a 20,000 cent search wrap-up. Complete wrap-up. I would have to say it was pretty good overall. It was a pretty good batch of 20,000 cents to go through. Got quite a bit of stuff here, so I'll just start at the top. As far as foreigns that aren't Canadian go, we got one Bermuda, one Bahama cent. We ended up getting 17 copper Canadian cents here. One of them being a pretty nice young head there. And then another nice 1970. We got 16 that were, I guess, zinc cents, copper plated. Canadians there. Ended up getting 2 dimes out of those 8 boxes. So we made 18 cents out of that deal. It's pretty cool. We got one Indian head there, an 1880. It's pretty worn, but it's old. We will take it. Then we got 3 from the teens, 3 wheat cents. Ended up getting 1 from the 20s there, 1929. It's pretty slick too. Actually, all those teens are pretty slick as well. Then we ended up getting, let's see, 8 from the 30s altogether, from 1930 up to 1938. We'll come over here and we got one 1987 proof that's been circulated pretty well. So we did get 1 proof out of those 8 boxes. And then we'll move on to the 50s here, or 40s, sorry. The 40s. Ended up getting 51 total from the 1940s. None of them were steel, unfortunately. But I will take all those from the 40s for sure. And we'll move down to the next row here. We ended up getting 55 total from the 50s. 1950 all the way up to 1958. Right there. And did get one 55 Blazer. It's a Philly, not the DDO, of course. I think then we'll move down here to the 2009s. I ended up getting 46 total 2009s. Philadelphia, we got at least 1 from each design. And then Denver, we were missing the formative years, but we got at least 1 from the other 3 designs. So that's cool. Ended up getting a total of 25 San Francisco mints from 1968 to 1974. Quite a few 1969 S's there too, none of which being the DDOs though, unfortunately. And then 1972, we only ended up getting 1, but that's at least 1 from every year. I'll definitely take that any day. Then we'll move up to the flipped ones here. Straighten that back out. There we go. Ended up getting 3 2000 wide AMs. And there we go. You got a large gap between the A and the M. And then the initials, the FG, are close to the memorial building there for the die marker. So we ended up getting 3 of those. That's pretty cool. They're not easy to come by. And then we ended up getting 1 1998, same thing. Wide AM, large gap between the A and the M, and the FG is close to the memorial building. Take that as well. It'd be nice to get a 1999. They're really hard to find though. And then we ended up getting 2 different varieties of the 1972 double die obverse. The FS102 and an FS108. So, a couple more varieties of that DDO to add to my collection. It's always cool, always welcome. Large cud here on this 82 copper, large date. Here we go. First one of those I've gotten, that big especially. So that was pretty awesome to see that. Then these 294s, I just flipped them up here. They have pretty large die cracks. You're not going to be able to see them on camera. But they have pretty large die cracks going through the memorial building and towards the outside of the coin there. So I thought that was cool. I just flipped those up. And then down at the bottom here, some of the better ones that I found in these 20,000 cents was the FS 802, 2009 formative years, double die reverse. And you can actually kind of see it there on the camera, just below the thumb on the book. So that's pretty cool. First one of those that I have. Ended up finding this 1952 Denver here, and it has, I'd say, a pretty decent size die chip or a gouge there right next to the mint mark. And when I put it under the scope, which I showed in the earlier video, it looks like there might be a small die crack going from the gouge or chip, whatever it is there, to the bottom of the 9 and the date. So that's pretty awesome, and it's in good shape too on both sides. It's really nice. So I like that a lot. And then, last but not least, if it'll focus here, there we go. We found a 2015 double die obverse, and it's a stage B from what I looked at on Variety Vista to check it out and see what exactly it was. And it has the small die crack under the 0 and the date, and you can see how wide the trust is there, the letters on the trust. You can actually see on camera here how wide they are. So I thought that was pretty cool too. And hopefully I can find more of these double dies and add them to the collection, because they're always, especially the 2009 there and that 2015. If I could get those graded, they'd be worth a pretty good chunk, close to 75 bucks or so, from what I've been researching. So that's pretty awesome. I'll take that. And then we ended up getting this big jug. That is the 96 ounce. That's not the half gallon. That's not the 64 ounce. This is the bigger jug of copper out of all 8 boxes. And that thing is heavy. It probably weighs at least 10 pounds, maybe more, 15 pounds maybe. It is heavy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did, going through all these pennies and these cents, searching all this, and pulling all these beauties out. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Always welcome new subscribers. Thank you. Have a good one. Keep hunting.